Well, hello, and welcome to a lovely little speed build. Not what I usually do, don't normally talk over them, but this time we're going to do something a little different. I wanted to give my thoughts and just chit chat, hang out with y'all for a minute. In that first little section that you saw there, that was me trying to do a little A-frame moment. I definitely knew I wanted to do a cabin in the woods today because it's getting to be fall. It's getting to be that time of year where I just crave going on a vacation to a little cabin in the woods. And I've never been to an A-frame cabin, so I thought it would be just lovely to build one in The Sims and at least give my Sim self the vacation that I've always dreamed of. However, it was not really meant to be. That other A-frame cabin was not quite working out the way I wanted it to, so I deleted it. And that means the rest of you have to delete whatever you're working on as well. It's time to delete your Sims build and start over from scratch, even if you are almost done. Yep, delete your art. That's a little Drawfee reference for anybody who watches that channel. I'm a big fan. Back to this build. I was perusing around on websites with bungalows when I came across this house that had a very interesting roof structure to it, and I wanted to emulate that in The Sims, so that's what you see there. It provides a nice moment in the master bedroom that makes it feel very big and grand. Here we're in the open covered patio / living area. I wanted this to be a very calm, one with nature kind of space for your Sims to hang out. In real life, I can imagine having that fire pit going and just chilling out in there with an evening breeze coming through and you're bundled up with blankets and a good book. That is the kind of vacation I truly desire. And I'm actually getting ready to go on a little trip to Minnesota and then Iowa to visit family. Minnesota because we've never been there, and where we're going in Iowa will put us about halfway. So Matthew and I decided to just drive the whole way up and then spend a few days in Minnesota, come back, spend a few days with family, and then we'll come home. It'll be a nice change of pace for us because it's been a while since we've gotten to go on a vacation that was just for us and not for family. Sorry, drinking some water. This wonderful little cup that I got out of my cousin's baby shower. Because, like I said, I do a lot for my family. My whole life kind of revolves around mine and his, and that's not a bad thing. We're very family-oriented people. I think we would definitely both have that trait, and that is kind of what keeps us together. Here you see me fiddling with that little credenza trying to make a magazine work, and it didn't, so I deleted it and replaced that with some sunflowers. Sunflowers definitely felt necessary for the sort of summer fall vibes I was going for. I knew I wanted them to be somewhere in this little cabin, but didn't really quite know where. That ended up being the perfect spot for them. This cabin is filled to the brim with plants. I really went heavy on the foliage because I did want to give this cabin that outdoor, homey, rustic vibe without going into the farmhouse territory. And I feel like plants are often what sits on more of a cabin side than a farmhouse side. I also wanted to play with mixing a lot of textures, and florals tend to be a great way to do that. So this cabin is me channeling everything I desire in life at the moment. I'm also trying out, as you can see, a new way of doing my speed builds. I'm not gonna always have commentary over them, but if you like the way that the rooms are being shown to you as we go, let me know what you think of down below. Also, let me know how you feel about that time of year where summer is transitioning into fall. Am I the only one who gets a craving to go on a vacation at this time of year? I know that's odd. I don't like to go on vacations in the summer. I would much rather go on a vacation in the fall or the winter. Here we are wrapping up the bedroom. This master bedroom has that vaulted ceiling, a big open feeling to it, even though it is a much smaller room. I think it ends up feeling very cozy and warm, and just like the kind of place where you would definitely want to curl up. I'm sure after many people have stayed in here, the walls all smell like a fireplace or a bonfire. Even the bed kind of has that rustic smell to it after many people have slept there after going to the bonfire at night. So I just kind of imagine that that's the way that room smells, and it's very homey and earthy. We also have a little second bedroom in here. It's not big, but I kind of decided that this room was going to be the plant room, where I went a little overboard, admittedly, on filling it to the brim with lots of plants. So it's the gardener's room. I don't know, I was just feeling very inspired to play with these different colors and textures, and I loved seeing them come to life in this way. This room, maybe because of the bread, is making me think of Kiki's delivery service and that upstairs loft that she lives in. What do you think of it? Have you seen that movie? Do you think this kind of gives a Studio Ghibli bedroom vibe? I would almost rather stay in this room than in the master, even though this one is much smaller and doesn't have a vaulted ceiling to it. Well, this is rather embarrassing to admit, but I must tell you all, I forgot to finish the bathroom. I don't know where my brain went, but I put a sink in the bathroom and nothing else. Didn't realize this until I saw the sim I brought here for final shots, very upset that she needed to use the restroom and running to the porta potties. But I guess if you wanted to, with the appliances that are in there, you could say that it's off the grid. I know we do have an off the grid toilet, but this cabin's just a little more rustic than that. However, it's on the gallery, so when you download it, don't forget to give your Sims a sink and a toilet and a shower, maybe, if you're feeling generous. I also forgot to paint the ceilings. I'm undecided whether or not I will go back and fix it, or if it's just like that forever. To be honest, it's probably like that forever now because the game has been so laggy and so buggy lately that it is just not worth it to go in and out of it like that. I don't know if anybody else has been having these problems, but you can't even build, at least I couldn't today, I couldn't build with a reshade preset on. I had to take that off, which is why the grass is blindingly green. However, it's The Sims. We'll forgive her. We love her anyways. That's just how it is. This porch has very quickly wiggled its little way into my heart. I absolutely adore it. It's just so eclectic and cluttered, but in a very cohesive kind of way. And I normally don't use that many florals, but the way they all sort of blend together in this very lovely, peaceful moment, you almost get the sense that a sim gathered up all of those flowers from the surrounding area and spent time that morning putting those in there. They're all fresh cut and just smell absolutely heavenly. So when you're sitting there in that little rocking chair, you're smelling these beautiful flowers and you have this wonderful scenery to look out at. And it's probably the best moment, one of those moments that you find yourself craving long after you've gone home. I wanted to bring that feeling to the back deck as well, so I opted to keep it pretty simple. I didn't want to overclutter it or make it too convoluted with a bunch of fancy stuff in an outdoor kitchen. I wanted to just keep it really chill. This broken down fence and these big trees help make you feel secluded from anybody else who might be on vacation. They also keep people in bear costumes from running into your backyard, which is much appreciated when you're just trying to enjoy a nice time. this is about all for me today. You've still got a little bit more of the build left, and then you'll also have a lovely showing off of the build to watch. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to like. If you enjoy hanging out with me and my little commentaries, feel free to subscribe. I upload every Sunday, Saturday, and Thursday. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday? However you want to say that. That's when I'm here. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.